hati kan? Eddie. Pergi! Jangan tembak sekarang. Tanah hidup Ramos! Walaupun tanpa warisnya, di mataku, bangkit semua! Bangkit! 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 So, dia confirm dan lebih dikenali dengan jumlah militan ini dahulunya Raja Iskandar dan percaya pada pengikutnya.
Polisikan kita dah kat sana. GA diketuai oleh Lahad Datu. Dan juga supaya
pasukan Pak dah berseram.
Kau lang tadi? Asal nak pijak aku?
Jadi tuan. Tak apa. Pengang kenapa, Jai?
Sebab kau tadi, Zam. Ada dua lagi tu.
Satu lagi untuk anak lelaki aku.
Tak dah.
Dia je nak lelaki. Dah tak
Banyak anak. Tunggu dapat baby ni. Sekarang kau tengok.
In a world where historically events meet Hollywooded exaggeration, comes a movie so intense, so dramatic, cute, and so historically a questionable lie. It'll make you wonder if you accidentally died into a Michael Bay film. Strap in for Conquer, Lahad Datu 2024. A movie that takes a real-life event and turns it into a 2-hour explosion infest with a side of melodrama as bestest on the true story of the 2013 Lahad Datu standoff in Malaysia. This film follows a group of brave, heavily armed Filipino militants who cross borders to claim land they believe is rightfully theirs. But don't worry, the filmmakers took creative liberties. Because who needs accuracy when you've got slow-motion gunfights and dramatic monologues, sigh? Meet our Horists, a ragtag group of rebels led by Commander Kui, played by a Hollywood action star who's clearly too buff to be a real-life militant. He's got the charisma of Jason Statham, the hair of Keanu Reeves, and the accent of someone who has never been to the Philippines.
Lapan tak habis lagi kan, man.
Dan mustahil kami juga cuma takkan saja.
Lain hang lain aku sama.
Mana ni?
Because nothing says inspiring leader like a man who can deliver a monologue while reloading an AK-47. As the militants set up camp in Lahad Datu, the Malaysian government responds with all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. Enter General Malik, the stoic military leader, played by a gruff actor who's clearly channeling his inner Liam Neeson. Malik's got one goal: protect his country at all costs. And by all costs, we mean blowing up everything in sight. Because nothing solves a diplomatic crisis like airstrikes and tank battles. Meanwhile, the militants are just trying to survive, but they've got their own problems, like a traitor in their ranks, a lack of supplies, and the fact that they're in a movie that insists on turning every scene into a Michael Bay tribute. Because nothing says emotional sacrifice like a slow-motion explosion set to a sad piano cover of a pop song. As the
Kami perlu dipindahkan atas arahan. Berambus! Kamu...
Apa yang kicau dekat bawah tu?
Tujuan apa kamu?
Mendamai kita, Raja.
Tapi
conflict escalates, the movie throws in every action movie trope in the book. We've got the hero's best friend dying in his arms, a last-minute betrayal that no one saw coming except everyone, and a final showdown so over the top it makes Rambo look like a documentary. In the end, the movie tries to have it both ways, condemning violence while glorifying every bullet, explosion, and dramatic death. Because nothing says anti-war message like a body count higher than the population of a small town. As the dust settles, the movie wraps up with a somber tribute to the real-life events, before cutting to a rock song and a montage of explosions. Because nothing says respect for history like turning a tragic event into a summer blockbuster. So grab your popcorn, turn off your brain, and prepare for Conquer Lahad Datu 2024, a movie that's less about history and more about how many explosions you can fit into 2 hours. Conquer Lahad Datu 2024 is the kind of movie that takes a serious historical event and turns it into a Hollywood-y spectacle. It's got all the ingredients of a modern action film, a brooding hero with a tragic past, a villain who's just misunderstood, and enough explosions to make Michael Bay proud dead. But why? Finally, the movie tries to balance action with a message about PC. It ultimately falls into the same trap as every other Hollywood war film, glorifying violence while pretending to condemn it. Because nothing says anti-war like a body count higher than the population of a small town. Commander Towie is basically Rambo meets Braveheart, but with less charm and more questionable decisions. And General Malik is every gruff military leader you've ever seen, from Zero Dark 30 to Call of Duty cutscenes. And let's not forget the love interest, because every war movie needs a romantic subplot, even if it makes zero sense. Enter Maria, the fierce journalist who's there to ask tough questions and look good in slow motion.
mereka
Itu kamu. Tuan mereka! Dia!
Masuk!
Because nothing says war correspondent like a perfectly styled hairdo and a bulletproof vest that's somehow also a crop top. So if you're looking for a historically accurate portrayal of the Lahad Datu standoff, you're better off reading a Wikipedia article. But if you want explosions, melodrama, and enough slow motion to make Zack Snyder jealous, then Conquer Lahad Datu 2024 is the movie for you.
One. One! Right!
Copy. Move.
Film Review. Conquer Lahad Datu 2024. Director Michael Explosivo. Fictional name. Starring Jason Statham. Look-alike as Commander Towie. Liam Neeson look-alike as General Malik. And a random Hollywood actress as Maria the Journalist. Genre: action, drama, war. Runtime: 2 hours and 15 minutes. Conquer Lahad Datu 2024 is a Hollywood-ized retelling of the 2013 Lahad Datu standoff in Malaysia, where a group of Filipino militants crossed borders to claim land they believed was their ancestral right. The film follows Commander Towie, the brooding leader of the militants, as he navigates the moral complexities of war, loyalty, and survival. On the other side is General Malik, the stoic Malaysian military leader determined to protect his country at all costs. Throw in a love interest, a traitor in the ranks, and enough explosions to power a small country, and you've got the recipe for a modern action blockbuster. Because nothing says the end like a hero walking away from an explosion without looking back.